Welcome back to another episode of Story in a Can. If you don't know what Story in a Can is, let me give you a quick wrap up. So we've got 4 cans here, and they've got an object, a character, a location, and a scenario inside. It's up to us to pick one of each and try and connect the dots and create a story based on that. So with this, you've got 160,000 different stories. We also have a genre tin, so halfway through when we create the story, we're going to throw the genre on it, change it, and see if we can come up with a second story based on the 4 existing post-it notes. Let's begin. Oh, this is Adam Opie, by the way. He's a filmmaker. So our object is whipped cream. Our character is a soldier. We have a location of a dive bar, and our scenario is the cinema is closed. What now? We won't use the genre tin just yet. We'll leave that, put that there. Right, have you got anything off the top of your head? It's best to just like get it out and then change it.
Immediate look at my head is they've gone to the dive bar because the cinema's closed. That's sort of the obvious way to go.
Okay, and who's our soldier? Why is he there or she there?
Soldier could have just come back from wherever they were based with girlfriend. They were going to go to the cinema for the first time because it's his first night back. And then when they went to the cinema to see the movie, it was shut, so they went to the dive bar.
And then how are we going to put this whipped cream in there?
So we need the whipped cream.
Yeah. How about we say that so the cinema's closed. You've got a soldier and their partner. They've planned, like you said, this cinema trip. Maybe the dive bar is like the only place left open.
Okay, so it's quite late at night.
Yeah. So they say it's like 10 o'clock and they were going to go to a midnight screen of something. And the only place left open is this dive bar.
What if he literally got back that day, and the reason they're out so late is because he got back late?
Yeah.
And they planned to go out on that night, so they were planning to get there earlier. But they got there so late the cinema was closed, and the dive bar was the last place open.
This is a bloody hard one.
Where I was going from that was I was going to say they were in such a rush that he's still got something on him from...
So he's got a grenade?
Yeah, by accident.
He's got a grenade by accident. Okay, and how about with the whipped cream? The whipped cream ends up getting traded for the grenade by mistake.
Okay.
So the dive bar is understaffed.
Yeah.
And this guy knows about the dive bar because his mate, who used to be in the army, works there.
Huh.
For some reason, the soldier ends up behind the bar, and he's picking stuff up. He gets the whipped cream out, and he goes to put something in his back pocket. Ends up trading this like gas grenade that looks exactly like a thing of whipped cream. And then ends up gassing everyone in the dive bar. What was your idea, Rob? So that maybe the whole time it's like every moment the audience is like, oh, he's gonna use the gas grenade.
Okay, so
he's gonna use the smoke grenade.
Yeah.
And then it like keeps going to reach it and then not bothering.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy.
Yeah.
And it somehow ends up in this. It's a bit of a slapstick, isn't it? It's almost like a sketch.
Yeah.
All right. How about this? He ends up getting a little bit carried away, and he starts drinking himself because soldiers are they would like to have a bit of a party when they're back to let off some steam. His girlfriend's not happy about this, and he ends up in this situation where he's going to cover some people in whipped cream. And just as he's about to do it, he goes, yes! And he goes to put like whipped cream in his mouth thinking he's wicked, and he ends up going, it's just like gas, and he's like, and they all
die.
Fall out. And no, they all die. It's just a smoke grenade. It's not like mustard gas. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
This is a non-lethal weapon.
Damn.
And so then, there you go. So who's our soldier to begin with?
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. So is he like a general?
Yeah.
Or like a major?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his last day on the job.
And he gets a little bit mad. He's been a straightforward soldier all this time, and he's finally retiring. So he goes to his mate's dive bar, and then ends up gassing himself by mistake.
And everyone else,
Yeah, sure. So who plays the girlfriend or the wife? We always say Sandra Bullock. It's the only one that comes up. All right, what would you call it? Vape Nation.
Vape Nation.
All right, so we have a film called Vape Nation starring Liam Neeson and Sandra Bullock. It's a comedy. It's probably going to be more of a short film than a feature. But let's try, if you want to take the genre tin, and we'll see if we can transform this into something something better.
Fantasy.
All right, bear with me here.
Yeah.
Harry Potter universe.
Yeah.
One of them's a wizard. Well, yeah.
Quite a lot of them.
So the cinema's closed. Imagine it's two like ragtag wizards that want to mess with the muggles this week. They were going to go to the cinema, but they decide, right, screw it. Let's just go to whatever's the next thing. So they walk along the street and they see this dive bar. They end up going in there, and it's a bunch of soldiers.
Yeah.
And they're having like this big party, and they're like these scrawny kids, and the soldiers are going a little bit mad. And then like a fight breaks out between all these soldiers, and they realise like, well, we can actually do something here. So they pull the wands out, and they're like trying to do spells. Yeah, so there's no swearing on this. Spells and stuff. And then they end up zapping a thing of whipped cream by mistake, and it just creates this massive explosion, and they all get
Fills
covered.
the room with whipped
Fills
cream.
with whipped cream.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching another episode of Story in a Can. Evidently, sometimes you get the wrong post-its and they just don't really work out. Sometimes you can't really string them together naturally and you have to force yourself to make up stories. It's all part of it, and sometimes you're not going to get a great hit. But if you've came up with a really cool concept, leave us a comment down below and tell us about how you created things based on whipped cream, dive bar, the cinema's closed, now what, soldier, and our genre change, which is fantasy. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.